Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wednesday, January 18th, your Chapter 4 final test day. I wish you all luck on your final test, and I will go through the directions with you in this video so that you are clear on what you need to do. The test is located in the folder titled Unit 4 Assessments. I'm going to zoom in so that, I'm going to zoom in so that y'all can see what I'm talking about a little bit better. Once you get into the Unit 4 test assessment folder, which you should already be there because you're watching the final test directions, you're going to go to Final Test Part A, click on it, and you are going to complete the questions in Part A. You may use a calculator on this entire test. Again, I repeat, you may use a calculator on this entire test. You may use nothing else but a calculator. No cheat sheet, no videos, no Google, no notes, nothing but a calculator and your own knowledge about Chapter 4 on ratios, proportions, and percents. Part A should be done first, as I think I just said. If I didn't, Part A needs to be done first, submitted, then you move on to Part B, in which you show all of your work. Part A does not need any work. You can just use scratch paper to help you solve the problems, as well as your calculator. I'm going to go through the 19 questions in Part A really quickly. Number 1 is a multiple choice, self-explanatory. 2, 3, and 4 ask you or tell you you need to simplify the ratio. Hopefully you remember what simplify means. I'm going to skip through 2, 3, and 4 and down to number 5. Number 5 says write a rate in fraction form. So you're writing a rate in fraction form that compares 6 pies on 3 trays. So again, all I need is a rate in fraction form comparing those two different quantities and units. Number 6, you're doing something very similar, except instead of a rate, you're writing a unit rate for 90 students in 3 classrooms, and I'm asking you to report in fraction form. So in fraction form, write a unit rate for how many students there are per classroom if there are 90 students in 3 classrooms. Number 7, again, you're doing a unit rate, but this time you're using a colon to separate the two values, not a fraction, but a colon. You're going to write a unit rate for the number of donuts per box if there are 32 donuts in 4 boxes. So again, a unit rate for that information. Number 8 is true and false. Number 9 is true and false. I'll let you handle those. Number 10, I give you the ratio 33 to 100. You need to tell me the equivalent form of that ratio in fraction form, decimal form, and percent form. Number 11, I give you the fraction 76 over 100. I want the equivalent information as a decimal and percent. Number 12, I want that as a percent, 3/10 as a percent. Number 13, I want 12/15 as a percent. Number 14, I want 64% as a fraction in the lowest terms. 15, I want 36/50th as a decimal. 16, I want 72/100ths as a percent. Number 17, it asks you to calculate the discounted price of a bike if the bike costs $108. The discount is 15%. It wants the new cost of the bike. You may use a calculator. Number 18, be careful here. Let me read it to you. If a meal at Champ's restaurant in Eden Prairie costs $40 and is taxed at 8%, you need to explain your process for determining the total cost of the meal at Champ's with tax included. So in other words, instead of just giving me an answer, I would like you to write a small little paragraph. It doesn't have to be long, a small paragraph on how you would calculate the total cost of a meal at Champ's in Eden Prairie if the bill was $40 and you were taxed at 8% on top of that. It'll be fun to see what y'all come up with. And then in your explanation, you can conclude with your answer. 19 is just back to regular math. How much tax would you pay on a new iPhone if the cost of the phone was $600 and the tax percentage was 9%? As with this entire section, you may use a calculator. When you're done with Part A, submit, and you're going to go to Part B. Part B looks like this. There are 7 questions. Number 1 says write the number sentence for the following statement and then provide the answer. So I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking for the number sentence for this and the answer. Number 2, I'm looking for the number sentence for this and then the answer. Number 3 says using the bubble method, solve the proportion for the given variable. So here are your or here is your proportion. You have a missing value, which is x, a missing value, which is x. Show your bubble method technique to solve for x. I will be looking for the bubble method work and your final answer. You're going to do the same thing for 4, use the bubble method. Same thing for 5, use the bubble method. Number 6 says the scale of a drawing shows that 3 inches equals 4 feet. That's your scale factor. The drawing shows that the height of the building is 9 inches. How tall is the building? You need to set up your proportion, use the bubble method to solve for your missing piece of information, and then give that answer. So again, write your proportion, show your work, which is the bubble method, and then give the final answer. 7 is the same type of problem. The scale factor on a map is 1 inch equals 20 miles. The actual distance between 2 towns is 120 miles. What is the distance between the 2 towns on the map, if they are to scale, which they are? Write your proportion, show your work using the bubble method, and then give the missing answer. Give the missing dimension. You may use a calculator on part B of your test. You need to show all your work on part B. Make sure you have your name on part B. Make sure it's placed in your box when you are all done with part B. If you are in block number 2 and you're in Mr. Walker's room, you can just simply give your test to Miss Nelson and she will take care of it for you. Good luck to all of you. I hope you do great, and I will see you all on Thursday.